Montreal is one of the world's great food cities, and one of the most underrated.
This city has the highest number of restaurants per capita in Canada, and the second highest in North America after New York City.
One of Montreal's flagship restaurants is Joe Beef. It's just a steak and seafood joint. The way Citizen Kane is just a movie.
Montreal's Little Burgundy neighborhood, once a divey, neglected part of town, but then came this, the magnificent Joe Beef, flagship restaurant of these two characters, Fred Morin and David McMillan, bon vivant, raconteur, historians of their beloved Great White North. Mention their names to any chef who they have ever hosted, and there will be an embarrassing anecdote.
I've invited two very special guest judges. They have one of the most renowned restaurants in the world, the very famous Joe Beef. Please welcome, all the way from Montreal, Chef David McMillan and Chef Fred Morin. Gentlemen, good to see you both. Thank you. Joe Beef, it's the nation's darling when you want some incredible exotic meat.
Thank you.
Welcome.
When people ask me, why do you love Montreal so much? I would say, like, my favorite meals the past 5-10 years have happened in Montreal. I mean, some of the best nights of my life were the most drunk nights at your restaurant.
If I had to say my all-time favorite restaurant, I think Joe Beef's my all-time favorite restaurant. I don't like to say my all-time number because there's a lot of great restaurants in this world, but damn, if I had to choose one, I think I might choose you guys.
No, you're very kind, but we have to take you out to other places to change your mind.
I don't think you're gonna, man.
Joe Beef, the place's namesake, was a quartermaster for the British during the Crimean War. His, some say, supernatural ability to scrounge meat for his men, even when the chips were down, made him a legend.
Joe Beef was originally Charles McKiernan. He was a restaurant operator in the old Montreal.
Crazy Montreal Tavern, a big legendary place.
An institution that came to be known around the world and whose slogan might have been something like, power to the people.
All were welcome and all were fed, regardless of race, creed, or color.
He gave a big part of his life to those in need. He helped the Salvation Army, gave generously to Notre Dame Hospital and to the Montreal General Hospital, and he always offered a meal and shelter to anyone in need.
The ground floor was a restaurant. The second floor was inexpensive rooms. The third floor was more expensive rooms, and somewhere they say in the building was a brothel. People go back and forth about that if it's true or not.
At times, some of the clients were so hungry that they would gobble up their meal with such speed that between 1876 and 1884, there were 7 cases of asphyxia, including 3 deaths.
As progressive as he was, Joe ran a bit of a madhouse.
See, rumor has it that Joe Beef kept quite a menagerie in the tavern cellar.
Monkeys, wildcats, porcupines, even an alligator. And of course, Tom the bear. Legend would have it that Tom would knock back 20 pints a day. Why can't we get hammered with bears anymore? Stupid PETA.
Anyway, when tempers flared, legend has it that Joe Beef would walk his bear to bring order to the tavern.
When Joe Beef died in 1889, they say his funeral procession stretched for blocks.
It was only right then that these two continued the proud tradition, while boldly forging some of their own.
And while there is a Joe Beef restaurant in Montreal today, sadly, there are no more drunken bears.
Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Where are we?
For Joe Beef. I made this reservation in April.
End of June now, just like put everything in perspective.
Yeah, and the only late time that they had available was at 9:30. They squeezed us in.
Here we go.
Right off the bat, you're greeted by their pleasant and attentive waitstaff. One such gentleman led us to a private room in the back. Being led through the restaurant felt like a scene right out of Goodfellas.
The atmosphere is robust and fun. In the kitchen, huge hunks of beef and pork. In the men's room toilet, a stuffed buffalo.
The menu up there in chalk is wonderful and unapologetically over the top at times, and it changes daily.
They've got all sorts of creative dishes, like duck foie gras, beetroot cured salmon gravlax, raw Lebanese lamb, baked halibut with halibut stuffed tortellini, horse fillet.
If you're a horse lover, plug your ears. You guys are the first people that ever served me horse. When you brought over a horse tenderloin, and I was like, what? You guys are eating horse up here? And horse tartare.
Now seemed like a better time than any to try horse for the first time. You was super tasty and not gamey at all.
So far, this place seems completely nuts.
Yeah, it's exactly what I wanted to do. Montreal.
What are these? Zucchini Blossoms. They're fried, huh?
Yes.
We start things off with an excellent spring salad and wild mushrooms with local Quebec cheese.
This is clams on a radio.
Why?
These oysters. Everything is so good.
Tony, how good is this clam stuff?
Damn good.
We got a steak here.
Capers, blue cheese, and a broiled tomato. That's beautiful.
Some frites. All right, bon appetit.
Fred's signature style is taking perfect ingredients and keeping things pretty simple.
It's not the food because I would like to sleep with you. It's the food because I would like to make you really happy.
Exactly. And one way of being happy is sheer over-the-top excess. Start with 2 80-gram slabs of duck foie gras battered and deep fried. This organ meat bun is sandwiched around double-smoked bacon. And voila, a foie gras double-down sandwich.
The mythological double down. It's like the Kentucky Fried Chicken double down.
That's like 2 pieces of foie gras.
What? What's not to like? It's an obscenity and a crime against God and all that's decent, but it's delicious. I'm already on Lipitor, you know.
Doing better with more salt.
And here's Fred's over-the-top version of poutine. Instead of traditional gravy, his fries are smothered in a lobster and shellfish elixir, emulsified with lardo, pure cured pork fat.
Look at this. That is insane. This is crazy good.
Would you say you have any signature dishes?
A spaghetti lobster.
We're, of course, going with the coveted lobster spaghetti. Just wait until you see it.
It's cream, bacon, chives, spaghetti, and a lobster. It's very good. It's super easy to make.
Is there a reason why it's on the menu all the time?
Now this is living. I am forever grateful to be eating this well.
Like, I believe.
Montreal is one of the most gloriously decadent food cities I've ever eaten in.
Joe Beef is an exemplary achievement of culinary mastery.
There's a reason the world's best chefs come here when they're in Montreal.
This is a genius meal. These princes of gastronomy, never a suboptimal moment. Nothing short of excellent accepted. Beyond excellent. The only problem you might have here is being unable to get a reservation.
It was food that you wanted to eat every day. And it was celebratory, whether it was bagels or Schwartz's or whatever. Even the Chinese restaurant we'd go out to eat at night. It was just a good place to eat and to hang out.
Montreal had been on fire in terms of the restaurant.
It's people discovering Montreal. You know, it's not even about the chef. This is the best dining city in North America because of the people that live here. I practice my sport on the best playing field in North America. My clients eat liver, kidneys, rabbit, duck. I cook whatever I want, and I have a very receptive audience.
We just finished our 3-hour dinner at Joe Beef. It was spectacular. We're at a loss for words. Anyways, it's too late. We're gonna go to bed. It was so amazing.
An amazing, open-minded clientele. That's why Pied de Cochon exists. That's why L'Express is a diamond in North America. New York's not like that. Everybody's eating steak, scallops, white fish, beef. We could never take Joe Beef to San Francisco and do what we do. Never. Never in Chicago, never in New York City. I serve horse, but the tongue. Little girls and men and people of all ages eat it, and they don't go like, oh my God, this is horse, oh my God. They're just like, oh, horse. Delicious, thank you. The best. This is the best. You're the best people.
I just want to admire your hat. It's fantastic. Where'd you get the Wild Hanson Brothers glasses, too?
Bro, these are Christian Dior, man.
Dude, rock on.